All right. Gram formula mass. We're learning about gram formula mass. That is the total atomic mass of each atom in a chemical formula. The total atomic mass for each atom in a formula. Okay? What makes chemistry so confusing is you have one thing that has like 4 or 5 words. This is another spot that happens. So, I'm going to give you those words. If on a different page it's called something else, you should still know what we're referring to. So, this is also known as molar mass, molecular mass. That's just like molecule, right? So if we had a water molecule, it would be the mass of the water. Molecular weight, or sometimes formula weight. I hate the word weight when we're talking about mass, but that's whatever. Okay. Gram formula mass is equal to the mass of 1 mole. That's not an animal. Not the little, The mass of 1 mole of atoms for an element. A mole is just a unit they use to count atoms, okay? And there's a whole lot more that goes into that, but we're not going to go into that detail right now, okay? I'm going to show you what 1 mole is, and I'm going to show you what more than 1 mole is, and that's what you're concerned with, okay? Okay. So, H2. That is 1 mole because we don't have a big number in front of it. Right? You following me? Okay. So we're talking right now about 1 mole of H2. Now, this definition tells us the total atomic mass. Where's the atomic mass? Where can I find the atomic mass? Where on the table? I heard it. The bottom number. The bottom number. So we are using the bottom number from the table to calculate this. The first step is the same first step that you've been doing all week. Tell your elements. Hydrogen. How many do I have? 2. 2 atoms times the mass. What's his mass? 1. The gram formula mass is 2 grams per mole. There's 2 grams in every mole of H2. So what if I said 4 H2? I know, but what does this tell me? How many moles? So for that in these terms that we're talking in right now, this means 4 moles of hydrogen. 4 moles of H2. This one is just 1 mole. This is 4 moles. No, it could be anything. I could have 15 there. Make sense? Okay, so if we need to know what is the gram formula mass, the total mass for each atom in here, we would take our 4 moles times how many's in 1? 2 grams per mole. Oh, sorry. Who's lost? Everybody's okay right now? Taking the 4 moles times 2 grams per mole, and that's going to equal 8 grams. That's how you do it. Wait, say it again. I did 2 separate problems. So I did this problem to show you, here's what we need to know. A coefficient, what's the coefficient? Yeah, what do we call it though, like our definition? The big number? The big number tells the number of moles. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, so let's try another one. I want the gram formula mass for water. The gram formula mass for water. What do I do first? List my elements. I told y'all the first steps are the same thing y'all have been doing. Next, I count atoms. How many hydrogen? How many oxygen? Okay. Next step. Multiply it by hydrogen's mass. Multiply that by oxygen's mass. So 2 times 1 and 1 times 16. Now I need the total mass for all of the atoms. So what am I going to do with these 2 numbers? Add them. The total. I said the word total. 18 grams per mole. Because this is only 1 mole. So that's how much is going to be, how many grams are going to be in each mole of that. So if it's got a coefficient, I end up with grams. If it's in just 1, then I end up with grams per mole. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, everybody else try this one. Yes? That's his mass. You got to look at that on the table. That's why I said y'all got to have y'all's table with it. Yes, ma'am.
Was this like the grams per mole?
Yeah.
Okay, so the grams per mole is based on
I had to take it down. It's based on
the periodic table,
mass.
and so basically it could be any number. It's like not a certain amount.
No, it's based on their mass on the table.
So it could be like because you have to ask them.
Yeah. Oh, yes, your answer could be big. Like bigger than 18? Yes. I get what you're saying now. Okay, first step, list my elements. Next step, tell how many of each. I should have at least seen this on everyone's paper because everybody knows how to get this far. Now, I am multiplying by their mass. So, AG, you had to find him on the table. What's his mass? 108. Times, what's nitrogen's mass? 14. Oxygen, 16. So 108 plus 14 plus 48. 170 grams per mole. Oh, yeah. But you wouldn't have got 169. You would have got 169 points, blah, blah, blah.
No, like
Oh, you rounded down. Oh, yeah, no. Do we need another one or we're good? One more? Let's see. Okay. First step, write my elements. Second step, tell how many. How many calcium? 1. How many nitrogen? 2. How many oxygen? 6. Times 40, 14, 16. Is that easy? Okay. So if I said determine the mass in grams, determine the mass in grams of 4 moles of CaNO3 2.
So basically the same thing as putting a 4 in front of CA, like having a coefficient? Or
What did I say in the notes that meant? What does 4 moles mean? 4 of these. So what am I going to do? Multiply it by 4. You already know how much this is. I'm going to take this, 164 grams per mole, and multiply it by 4 moles. Who doesn't understand that? What you got? One more. What if it looks like this? You too. Okay, what do? The equation's balanced, you're saying? Okay, but what if I want the gram formula mass? Yeah, it's not any different. It's not any different. How would I get the gram formula mass for this? Okay, so it would be 4 times what? No. I'm getting gram formula mass. So what do I need to get his gram formula mass? Atomic mass. 4 times 7. And then, what about this? This? Yeah, in a second, but let's do this. What do we do right here? 4? How many oxygens? 2 times 16. You following what I'm saying? Okay, so what's 4 times 7? So we got 28 grams plus 32 grams. So how many grams is this? Yeah, how many of them? This is mass. I'm doing the same thing I already did. There's 2 oxygens and the mass of oxygen is 16. There's 4 lithiums and the mass of lithium is 7. 4 times 7 is 28. 2 times 16 is 32. How much are those together? 60 grams. According to the law, what should I have on the right side? 70? I should have more? I should create matter? It should be equal because the law says it cannot be created or destroyed. Yeah. Okay. So I could do the math again. 2 times 2, that's still 4. And what's his atomic mass? 7. It's the same thing. It's going to come out to be the same thing. That's 2 oxygens at 16 grams each. It's still 60 grams. The only way it's not going to match is if your equation is not balanced. So if I give you an equation on this, you better make sure it's balanced first. So put your little star, make sure that's balanced, and then you can work it out.